So I want to show you guys how I plan to reach financial freedom within the next few years. So I first want to start off by going over my vision and what financial freedom means to me. So when I say financial freedom, I'm pretty much talking about like being your own boss and not having to rely on another job for income, right? I want to be able to do the things that I want to do on a day-to-day basis. So if I ever want to take a vacation, I can pretty much go take a vacation and not really have to worry about working or even having to like get declined or denied from your boss or something like that. So I pretty much just want to enjoy life. I want to have my own house. I want to have my own car and pretty much things of my own where I don't have to rely on somebody else. And I also don't want money to be like a problem or issue. So if there's ever something that I ever want to buy, I don't want to have to really stress about it, or I don't want money to be a problem, if that makes sense. I pretty much just want to be able to buy the things I like. And I'm not one of those people that just want the newest item or the newest car or even like the newest technology and stuff like that. Like, I'm fine living with just a house, my family, a car, and my business. So as long as I have these things, I'm pretty much going to be happy. I eventually want to have kids and stuff like that. So like when they go to practice and sports and do school activities, I want to be able to pick them up. I want to be able to say hi. I don't want to have to like work all day and having to stress, right? Just the time freedom that you get from money, that's pretty much what I want. I really am not a person that just wants everything, like I said. So, and when I do this, I'm going to be living as cheap as possible, right? Because I obviously want to reach financial freedom before I have kids and a family and stuff like that. But I'm going to be living as cheap as possible. So my monthly spendings and everything that is like that I got to take care of is pretty much just going to stay low. I'm not planning to raise it anytime soon. Even if I were to make like $10,000 a month, I probably would only live off like 7,000 or 3,000. Like I said, I really just don't care about the money. I kind of want the freedom to just do the things that I love daily. So now I kind of want to just get into where I'm at right now in my life. And I'm currently working a job that I've been doing for 4 years. And I also run a pressure washing business that we've been running for 3 years. And I also run this with a business partner. Now for my regular work, I do garage flooring. So like I might show like a picture, but it's an epoxy based type flooring, but it's a better material. And I'm currently on a salary making $65,000 a year doing garage floors. And I don't necessarily hate my job, but I do hate waking up every day and pretty much building somebody else's dream, right? Because I'm pretty much capped out at like how much I can make a year, right? Because I can't just make 100 or not 100, but like $1 million a year doing garage floors, right? There's a limit to how much you can make at a regular job. Even like the big CEOs for like big companies, they only get paid up to like 2 million, 1 million, right? And my goal is to shoot as high as possible. I really don't want to set a limit on myself on how much I can make. And not just that, you also got to like take into account the chemicals and the hard labor that you're putting your body through every single day. And like I said, I've been doing this for almost 4 years, right? 4 to 5 years or something like that. So you can just imagine for like 4 years straight, you're pretty much getting up and doing the manual labor work. And I'm a person that works really hard. So like majority of the work I'm just going to do without asking. I do have a partner, by the way, that works with me, but I'm one of those people that really don't like to like ask too much of my partner. So if there's like something on the job, I'm just gonna do it without asking. I really don't care like, okay, you do this, you do that, you do this, I do that. I'm not one of those people. I'm more like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So as long as you're doing whatever needs to be done, then that's fine. But I'm gonna continue working and just make sure that you do all the little stuff that I don't do. But at the end of the day, like I said, I usually just try to take on the harder tasks because that's just the nature. And that's just what I do. Now, another thing about working a job is that like you get told to do certain tasks that you wouldn't do if it was your company, or certain tasks that you really don't think it's the right thing to do. Like you both can know that it's not the right thing, but they still probably are going to tell you to do it because it's a business at the end of the day, and like jobs have to get done. So like if you need more time on a job, right, and it has to be done that day, and the business has no other days to like put it on the schedule, it's kind of like, okay, if I had my own business, I wouldn't be doing the job, if that makes sense. I would just push it off. But if you're running a business for somebody else, they're going to tell you to just get it done so they can collect the paycheck. And no, I'm not talking about the flooring company that I work for. This is pretty much any other job, and I'm pretty sure you guys can relate as well. Now, for my pressure washing business, like I said, we've been doing this for 3 years, and it's only 2 workers, which is me and my business partner, and we pretty much do the jobs on our own. We don't have any workers. Well, we do like tag people along to help us if it's like bigger jobs, but majority of the work is just me and him doing all the jobs. And we're currently not paying each other. So pretty much everything that we make is literally getting reinvested back into the business just so we can grow it. But we're having a major problem because my business partner currently moved to Texas, right? And like I said, it takes a lot of, as of right now, it takes a lot of work for me to keep the business running because I have to advertise, I have to go do the jobs, right? And if a customer like needs me to go out there and give them a quote, I would have to be the one to like drive out there, quote them. And then I also have to work my regular job, and then I also have to live my life. And even with the pressure washing business, it's still a lot of labor work and chemicals, right? Because you have to use chemicals to clean when you're pressure washing. And we were mainly doing our jobs on Saturdays and Sundays, right? We would try to stack them if possible. And the reason we were doing this is because me and my business partner, right, we both have separate jobs, right? And he gets out like around 7, 6, 5 o'clock, 5:30, right? And I currently don't have a set time that I work, right? It's just whenever I finish my task, then I can leave. But since our work hours were completely different, we had really no other choice but to just do jobs on the weekend, right? So I'm currently planning on like building a business, which is YouTube, if you're watching this, right? If you haven't noticed by now. But yeah, I want to grow the YouTube because I also get to talk about whatever I want, right? I love finance and money and stuff like this. So I get to talk about it. And also, I don't have to like put in a lot of labor work, if anything. And I'm currently staying with my family and we're renting. So we don't own the property that we stay at. And my bills are $1,400 a month. And I'm currently saving and investing $2,700 each month. But now that you guys have a clue where I'm at in life, right? And what financial freedom means to me, I kind of want to go over my plan and just show you guys how I plan to reach financial freedom. So like I said, pretty much my YouTube is going to be my business going forward, right? And I'm currently planning on to make 10K. Hopefully we can hit that like as soon as possible. I understand that like things take time. So if it takes 2 years, 3 years, I'm willing to wait it out, right? And it's only going to take the help of you guys, right? If I keep making good videos for you guys just to keep watching, and also something for you guys to kind of like relate. But besides that, I'm kind of just going to be spending my money on investing and learning. So I'm going to prioritize learning first, right? So if I need to buy a course or if I need to invest in mentorships or anything like that, I'm going to put my money there first, right? And as I'm going through the course, the rest of the money is just going to be invested, and I'm going to be keeping my expenses low. So I plan on making as much as possible and also spending as least as possible. Right now, I don't have no like current goal of income or anything like that. Like I'm just planning on just keeping my spendings low, right? Don't get caught up in lifestyle inflation and stuff like that. I just want enough money just to be able to do the things that I love, and anything extra that I make is pretty much just going to go towards investing. So that way I can keep growing my nest egg bigger and bigger over a year. I mean years, but that's pretty much what financial freedom is to me and how I plan to achieve it, just by working hard, keeping my expenses low, making as much as possible, right? And I also just want to be my own boss and just live on my own terms pretty much. So if you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and please drop a like because it will help my YouTube channel grow. And also you guys can follow the journey along with me. And if you got any opinion on my journey and what I'm doing, please leave it in the comments below because I kind of just want to hear what you guys have to say, right? If you guys have any tips or any like way of looking at it, right, that can change my mind, then just let me know in the comments below. Also, don't be afraid to subscribe, right? Because if you guys want to follow my journey, then I'm still gonna be here dropping videos. But if you're on your journey just like me to reach financial freedom, you can watch like this video that I'm gonna have like pop up somewhere here, and it's gonna be on how to make your first 10,000. And this is current advice that I know today on what I would do to make $10,000. So if you guys really enjoyed this video, I'm pretty sure you guys will like that video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.